Hello, Sarah here. How are you all doing? So tomorrow is a full moon, a big, important, powerful full moon. Like all full moons, they are about releasing the end of a cycle, so allowing something to go. And at this time of year, we're approaching the winter solstice. It's a time for introspection, and astrologically, it's a powerful full moon. It's particularly close to the earth, and so has a great effect on the waters within us, if you like. And I thought today I would talk about how we can use sigils to help us release any big things that we feel that we've had enough hanging around us, so we want to release them. So if you're new here, or even if you're not new here, please like and subscribe. And I'll just talk you through how we can use these secret symbols to not only release things tomorrow, but to heal as well. Sigils are secret symbols, if you like, formed from either a sentence, a positive affirmation, an intention, or they can be doodles, if you like. So you're mindfully just allowing the pen to make a pattern. There's lots of different ways of making sigils. And it's something that I do with people that come to see me for healing sessions, is that we consciously work through how we can use sigils to aid their healing. So an easy way to do it is to write out your intention in a really short sentence. It needs to be positive and it needs to be in the present moment. So you need to be very careful about the wording that you use. We know words are spells, and when you're setting an intention like making a sigil, your spelling is particularly powerful. So you would, as I say, make your sentence, then go ahead and cross out all the vowels, then cross out all the repeating letters, and from the remaining letters you can start to make a pattern. So joining them up, writing over each other, and you can either use them as capital letters or you can use them as lowercase letters. And anyway, you just like to play around with the remaining letters to make your pattern, if you like, and it needs to be quite concise and contained. You can embellish it a little bit if once you've worked out what you're doing, if you wanted to put dots around it or add a little bit more to make it symmetrical or whatever. And then I would draw a circle around it, which is kind of encloses the magic in that space. There are various other ways of doing it as well. And then you need to charge your sigil. And the way you could do that is to write it onto a piece of paper and burn it. So you've spent all this time and effort into making your symbol, your sigil, and then you burn it. So that is releasing it into the fire and to the universe, for the universe to bring you whatever it is that you've asked for or you are releasing. Another way you can do it is to make a more permanent roundel, if you like. Sometimes I make them out of clay, or the air dry clay, and then you can scribe on it or paint on it, embellish it in some way if you desire, and then you can hang that in your house. And so every time you walk past it, although you can't remember exactly what the original sentence was, because it's best to forget, actually, because the universe knows what this little symbol means. It just means that you're putting your attention on it and saying thank you, gratitude, thank you for bringing me whatever it was, or allowing me to release whatever it was. You can write them on leaves, or scratch into a candle and burn, or onto a piece of wood and bury it, or leaves can be blown out into the wind for the wind to take them. And there's lots of ways of charging your magical symbol. And so I just wanted to kind of share that idea that if you had something really big you wanted to release, whatever it is, whether it's a belief or a person that you're struggling with, or a way of being, or just a mindset. Sometimes you can make yourself a sigil, and tomorrow evening, under the full moon, in a sacred space. And I would certainly, from my perspective, create, however you like to do that, a special and sacred place for you to be doing it. So all your energy is that you've set up this beautiful space. You've called in the power of the directions, or whatever it is you do, or your goddess or your deity or whatever, so that you're really focusing in on making this, and you take time to do it beautifully. You take time to allow the sigil to grow on its own, and then you do with it however you want to charge it. You can put it out under the full moon, actually, and that would charge it too. So just a thought. Mull it over in your head this evening as you're sitting thinking, what is it I really need to let go of now? I've had enough of this. And tomorrow night, set up your space and make your sigil and offer it up to the universe to deal with. Okie dokie, sun's come out. I'm going to go out for a walk. See you all soon. Ciao for now.